Scout rifles are getting anti-barrier rounds when the Witch Queen drops. So in this video, I've got a list of the top 5 scout rifles you guys need to grab before Witch Queen launches so you guys can be ready for those day 1 high level activities. I'm just going over legendary scout rifles in this video, and all the scout rifles in this video are going to have perks that are going to help you deal with those champions. I don't have time to go over all the legendary scouts, so if I forgot about your favorite scout rifle in here, be sure to leave it down below in the comments. And with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so first up on this list, we have the Hung Jury SR4, the Adept version. It's a legendary kinetic scout. Precision frame. Its weapon's recoil pattern's more predictably vertical. If you guys want to obtain this weapon, you guys have to jump into the Grandmaster Nightfall, but you're going to have to be quick. Bungie has said that this is going away when the Witch Queen launches. It's going out of rotation, so if you want it, you gotta get it now. This scout comes with excellent base stats, and it's got great perks for PvE. You got Subsistence, Rapid Hit, gonna get you a faster reload. It also has Bottomless Grief, Moving Target, Heating Up, and Surplus, but I would go with Subsistence and Rapid Hit for PvE. Then in the last column, you got Explosive Payload, Firefly, Wellspring, One for All, Box Breathing, and Adrenaline Junkie. Adrenaline Junkie got a buff, so that's not bad, but what you guys really want for those Grandmaster Nightfalls is One for All and Explosive Payload. Explosive Payload's gonna help with the damage drop off. One for All, really easy to proc in Grandmasters. Hitting 3 separate targets increases damage for a moderate duration. And since this is an Adept weapon, you can put those Adept mods on it. We're talking about that Adept Big One spec. Helps you do more damage against bosses. All in all, Hung Jury, a very good option for next season. And like I said, it's going away, so pick it up now. Now, next up on the list, we have the Scholar Legendary Kinetic Scout Rifle from Trials of Osiris. It's a high impact frame, slow firing, high damage. Weapon is more accurate when stationary and aiming down sights. Now, I believe you can't actually get this from Trials anymore. It actually has a chance to come with Xur when Xur shows up on the weekends. He sold it a while back, and he has a chance to bring it again if you guys haven't picked it up yet. Now, the base stats on this weapon are just kind of average, nothing too special. But the reason this is on the list is because it's one of the few scout rifles that's not sunset, and it does come with Vorpal Weapon, and Vorpal Weapon works on champions. Now, just a quick reminder, Vorpal Weapon got changed, so it does 20% damage for primary weapons, so it's going to be doing 20% more damage against these champions, and then it does 15% more damage for special weapons and 10% for power weapons. In the first row of perks, you got Underdog, Opening Shot, Full Auto, Slideways, and Quick Draw. Nothing too special for PvE, but in that last column, No Distractions, Vorpal, Elemental Capacitor, Snapshot, and Celerity, you really want to go for Vorpal Weapon on this. Next up on the list, we have a wild card, a scout rifle that I actually forgot about until I just got it to drop the other day, and that is the Transfiguration Legendary Kinetic Scout Rifle. Another high impact, slow firing, high damage. This actually comes from the Last Wish raid completing one of the encounters. Once again, base stats on this scout are just kind of average, and if we take a look at the perks you can get on this thing, it actually has a really good role for PvP. You can get Rampage and Kill Clip to roll in separate columns, so you can be doing a lot of damage against Guardians in the Crucible. It also comes with Triple Tap, Rampage, Auto-Loading, Zen Moment in the first column, Kill Clip, Ambitious Assassin, Opening Shot, and Moving Target in the second column. But in today's video, we're actually talking about the curated role, which is Fluted Barrel, Light Mag, Outlaw, and Explosive Payload. Once again, Explosive Payload is top tier in PvE. It helps with damage fall off. So you guys in those Grandmasters where you guys want to be really far away in the back, peppering those anti-barrier champions with your scout rifle, Explosive Payload is definitely going to help with that. So get into the Last Wish raid if you haven't picked this up yet. It's a good scout rifle. Now, next up on the list is a scout rifle that has been around forever. since like Curse of Osiris. It's the Eternal Blazin legendary energy scout rifle. Lightweight frame, superb handling, move faster with this weapon equipped. The base stats are nothing to write home about, but the perks that can roll on this thing are going to be phenomenal for Grandmaster Nightfalls next season. In the first column, you got Rapid Hit, Quick Draw, Full Auto, Overflow, Killing Wind, and Slide Shot. Rapid Hit and Overflow are going to be amazing for PvE. Also, Killing Wind and Rapid Hit are good for PvP. And in that last column, you got Kill Clip, One for All, Disruption Break, Thresh, Rangefinder, and Unrelenting. Now, the best perks in this last column for those Grandmaster Nightfalls are definitely going to be One for All and Disruption Break. One for All, hitting 3 separate targets increases damage for a moderate duration. It's a 35% bonus after hitting 3 separate targets within 3 seconds of each other. So it is not hard at all to get this to proc in Grandmasters. But the number one perk you actually want on this Eternal Blazin is Disruption Break. Breaking an enemy's shield with this weapon makes them more vulnerable to kinetic damage for a brief period. So when you actually break a champion's shield, it applies a debuff that grants a 50% increased kinetic damage for 5.5 seconds. And it stacks with other debuffs due to it being a weapon perk. And since this is a legendary scout, you can actually combine this with an exotic like the Arbalest Linear Fusion Rifle. You break the shield with the Eternal Blazin, switch to your Arbalest, and you got a 50% increase in damage with that Arbalest, and then even more damage if you apply a debuff. So you'll literally be able to solo champions even in those Grandmasters with this Disruption Break perk. Check your guys' vault, you guys might already have one in there. Do not delete it, save it for the Witch Queen. Now, before we get into the last scout rifle, we have 3 honorable mentions: the Vouchsafe, Servant Leader, and Night Watch. The Vouchsafe is a legendary energy scout rifle doing void damage. It's a lightweight frame. You get this from doing any activity in the Dreaming City. You can do the Blind Well. Weapons drop from the chest after that, and this thing comes with Vorpal Weapon, which does that increased damage against the champions. Servant Leader is a legendary kinetic scout rifle, rapid fire frame. You get this from doing Gambit. This also has some awesome perks for Grandmasters, like One for All, Frenzy, but this has 12 perks each in the last 2 columns, so it's really hard to farm, but it will be an option for next season. And then, of course, we have the Night Watch legendary kinetic scout rifle, a lightweight frame. The curated roll on this is wonderful. It's actually overflow and explosive payload, and the way you get it is just by completing the new light mission that anybody can get. Now, the last scout rifle on the list is the Vision of Confluence Time Loss version. It's a precision frame. This weapon's recoil pattern is more predictably vertical, and you get this from doing the master version of the Vault of Glass raid. This thing comes with above average stats for a scout rifle, which is really nice. And when it comes to the perks, in the first column, you got Wellspring, Surplus, Rewind Rounds, Tunnel Vision, Killing Wind, and Zen Moment. Now, you definitely want something that increases your magazine size, and that is going to be the Rewind Rounds perk. When this weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from reserves based on the number of hits. So this is going to extend your magazine. And then in the last column, you got Firefly, Disruption Break, Frenzy, Thresh, Kill Clip, and Full Auto. Firefly is nice for those low tier ads. Get some AoE damage, faster reload when you get that precision kill. You've got Frenzy, which is great for Grandmasters because you're always going to be taking damage. You're always going to be dealing damage. Not that hard to proc. But once again, Disruption Break is really the perk you want. The 50% increase in damage. Like I said before, it's going to be so easy to solo champions with Disruption Break on. And since this is a time lost weapon, you can put those adept mods on it, like the adept big ones, to do even more damage with this scout rifle. And Guardians, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the video. Like I said, I didn't go over all the legendary scout rifles. I kind of just went over what was the easiest to get and what had the best perks for champions. So if I forgot to include your favorite scout rifle, leave it down in the comments below. I want to know what it is. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new around here, leave a like if you enjoyed the content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.